In this video, we are going to discuss some sources of uncertainty in projects and how to counteract them. It is good to remember that uncertainty cannot be predicted or measured, otherwise it will be classified as a risk. For risks, the probability of occurrence and the impact on project constraints can be calculated. Managing risks is a well-defined process we will cover in later videos. If you want to review the differences between different shades of uncertainty, we highly recommend watching our video on that topic. We added the link in the description section below. Managing uncertainty in projects require the understanding of the larger environment within which the project is operating. The economic factors such as inflation in prices are uncertain events that can occur. Some of these factors can be predicted using trends and statistics. In this case, they will be managed as risks. But sometimes they occur out of nowhere. It is important to understand the economic factors surrounding your project to eliminate as much uncertainty as possible. Emerging technology is also an uncertainty, particularly in projects with long durations. There are many projects which failed because their products were technologically outdated when they were released. If you read about the decline of Nokia and the failure of its projects, you will understand this point clearly. It is important to study the market trends and stay updated on current researches and approaches when designing your product. Legal or legislative constraints or requirements are also a source of uncertainty because you cannot control or predict it. Building in resilience and having backup plans is a good practice to deal with such uncertainty. Similarly, the political influences, either external or internal to the organization, can also pose a threat on your project. Being clear and transparent with the stakeholders is the best strategy here. The physical environment of the project and all what is related to safety, weather, and working conditions are usually sources of risks. But still, some uncertainty may arise from project's environment if the events were completely unpredictable, like a storm in midsummer. These events will disrupt operations. Management reserves are usually used to counteract such issues. Finally, the social and market influences shaped by opinion and media is also a source of uncertainty, especially if your project is developing a product to be sold to public. Staying up to date with trends, good market analysis, and understanding your customers can decrease the impact of this uncertainty. Uncertainty in projects can arise from the internal environment of the project too. Internal uncertainty is usually classified as either ambiguity, complexity, or volatility. We explained those terms in a previous video. If you have any issue understanding them, please refer to the video in the description. Conceptual ambiguity usually arises from poorly trained employees, especially if they come from diverse cultural backgrounds. This can be solved by standardizing the communication in your organization or project. Pre-designed templates, reports, and forms can be used to transfer crucial data and to avoid subjective coding and decoding of messages. On the other hand, situational ambiguity, which can arise from complex organizational structure and poorly designed processes and procedures, can be approached by progressive elaboration of the project management plan. You can start by planning the general outline of your plan, then go into details, and iteratively elaborate as more information are uncovered. Experimenting and prototyping can also help in revealing the cause and effect relationships and distinguishing the relationships between different variables. Complexity arises from the organizational structure of your company or the project and from the high number of stakeholders involved. Complexity can be approached by numerous techniques. We'll discuss some here. Decoupling is a good technique whereby you disconnect some of numerous communication channels and simplify them. Engaging stakeholders is also very useful in approaching complexity. This will reduce the number of assumptions and clarify the requirements at an early stage of the project. Engaging stakeholders can be coupled with an iterative approach to building the product. This will help identify what worked, what did not work, customer reaction, and what the project team learned. Finally, volatility can also be solved by many approaches. The simplest is reserving resources to cover delay and budget overruns. Training your team on different set of skills is also helpful to cover for any missing resource. Resequencing work to postpone activities that require a missing resource, or outsourcing work can also help in solving volatility. Effectively navigating uncertainty, ambiguity, complexity, and volatility improves the ability to anticipate situations, make good decisions, plan, and solve problems. In other words, ensures project success. Thank you for watching this video. Please make sure to subscribe if you want to receive all new informative content. Have a good day.